All the planning had been done. All the preparation was taken care of. I knew my needs. I'd set my goals, and the hotel management team were behind me. I had promoted my training on the staff notice boards, had prepared materials, booked the space, and had sent the invitations. The time had finally come. Training day was here. I was in the staff toilet, being sick. My nerves were horrendous. Here are some tips that I wish somebody had told me to help me run a more effective training session that day. Start on time and finish on time. Don't hold up the class waiting for late arrivers. Right at the very beginning, I should have told trainees what I was going to cover and introduced my session with a brief overview of the training subject's main points. I should have then carried out the training, explaining key points further and how they related to hotel policies and work procedures that trainees needed to know. I should have used multimedia and provided handouts, as it creates a better learning environment by guiding trainees to know what to look for and what to remember. I should have used as much hands-on training as possible. The most effective training uses all of the senses to affect learning. Run the class according to schedule and don't get too far off course. I should have tested frequently. Training is the most effective when students know they will be quizzed, because they'll pay closer attention to the material. Testing is an objective way to determine whether your training has achieved its goals. Give frequent breaks, especially for half-day or all-day sessions. Get feedback on the session before, during and after it from people who you trust will give you an honest opinion, and not just from team members who will say that it has been good. Continuously involve trainees. For example, ask participants to share their experiences with the training topic. Many trainees are experienced personnel who have valuable information to contribute. All trainees will get more out of a session by hearing about their co-workers' experiences with the subject, and not just the trainer's lecture notes. Hearing different voices also keeps session varied and more interesting. Finally, conclude and tell trainees what you've told them. Be prepared to use repetition again and throughout to help trainees grasp and retain information. These are all effective techniques for running a successful training session that I wish I'd been told before I had to deliver that first ever session. Oh yes, and practice your materials until you come across as a real subject expert. Oh yes, and bring some mints or breath freshener. Speak to you soon.